Hello and welcome to Get Go. Hey Bernstar.
Hello.
Hey Jamie.
Hello, world.
Hey world. Today we're going to talk about living with multiple sclerosis, MS.
We are.
Recently, Jamie Lynn Sigler, who was Meadow from Sopranos, a wonderful actress, recently she has opened up about her living with MS and the fact that she's had it for over a decade now. And she wanted to be open about it, and she's had a lot of treatment that has helped to stop a lot of the symptoms that debilitate her on a daily basis. But she has had a child, and she's spoken about just how difficult it has been on her relationship, her body, but that she wants to really share it with the world. And we are blessed enough to have Alexander Leon with us, who we know very well because he's one of our friends here at Get Go. And Alexander is living with MS also. So we wanted to have a chat and say, hi Alexander.
Hi.
Welcome to Get Go again. Thank you for your generosity. We would love to have a chat to you about your experience with MS and how you deal with your condition.
All right. Basically, there's two types of MS. There's relapsing, remitting, which it sounds like that lady has. Which comes and goes. It can go forever, actually. And then there's progressive or primary progressive, which I was diagnosed with, which is only a few percent of all the people that get MS. There's no medication for primary progressive.
Right.
The only medication they have for the other one, the relapsing remitting, is beta blockers, basically.
Right.
Which block out part or a great part of your immune system.
Right. How long have you been living with MS, Alexander?
Living with it. God, you make it sound like my wife.
Hey. No, sorry about that. What would be a better way then to describe...
How long has my body had MS?
There you go. Thank you.
Okay. I was diagnosed with MS in 2004 after a volleyball accident where I did the splits and tore my interior leg muscles. But I mean, in Chinese philosophy, they say you have an accident or something unless the wind in, unless the cold in.
Oh.
So
Okay.
So are you saying... Sorry, Ben.
I did. So the accident didn't cause it. Is that right?
No. It may be triggered off other symptoms, but definitely not the cause of it.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
So that's the wind in. So I get that.
Okay. So So you're saying that yours is probably the toughest MS strain, is that right, Alexander? So how do you what do you have medication now at all, or is it just a daily?
No, there is no medication for the primary progressive, but on this case, the only known way to stop the progression of MS is treatment at the moment. It's a treatment called HSCT, which stands for Hemopathic Stem Cell Transplant. And basically it's a misnomer, because basically what it is MS being an autoimmune disease. What is they give you chemotherapy there's two types. One type to completely annihilate the immune system, and one type to just leave a little bit. So theoretically you don't need vaccinations. I had the type to completely eradicate the immune system, and I took the advantage of not having vaccinations.
Right.
Which I wish I would have done for my child. I'm not one of these pro-vaccination people. So basically they wipe out the immune system, and you have to be in isolation while this happens, and reboot it with stem cells from your blood that they've taken, which can only become red blood cells, white blood cells, or platelets. So they reintroduce them into your system, and it sort of starts off the immune process.
Wow. So have you seen a positive effect after that treatment? Do you think that
Well,
yeah?
Well, the treatment is only to stop the progression.
Okay.
It doesn't help whatever debilitation might be there. I wish I would have known about it 4 years ago.
Yeah, right. So how long ago did you have the treatment?
2 years ago.
Okay. So if you'd have had it, as you say, 4 years ago, then you would have, been able
Well,
to
I'd still
hopefully.
be walking.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I'd be working with a limp, but I'd still be walking.
Yeah. Wow.
That was about the time I think I met you, wasn't it? Because you were walking.
No, more than 4 years ago.
Right.
You met me right at the beginning, I think, because
Right.
I remember it was at Luigi's Brothers Cafe.
Oh, that's a good cafe.
Yeah, we love Bondi's kind of cafe city.
It is Cafe City. Alexander, you've been doing a lot of music and writing and creating. Has that been spurred on for you? Living your body living with MS. Do you think that your creativity in a way has flourished?
I think getting 2 albums out has flourished because I feel there's a bit of an urgency.
Yeah.
Because already I can't play guitar anymore. So I'd like to leave a legacy if that.
Yeah.
And how does MS affect your everyday life?
Greatly. I mean, I'm in a wheelchair every day.
Yep.
I live in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
I interestingly enough, I went to see a van yesterday, the day
So you still get out. That's good.
designed by a guy who was in a wheelchair and used to work at used to be the CEO of a manufacturing plant, and they made the plant the car for him, van for him, and you can drive it with your hands. So
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's cool.
I really like the idea of that, and I think that's my next toy, if you can call it.
That's super cool. And what about? Sorry, Alexander, to interrupt. But what about the emotional toll that your body living with the MS takes? Have you found that you've had to pull on a whole other set of emotional skills since your diagnosis?
Look, I feel in many ways my mother used to always say in French, pour quelque chose de mal, quelque chose de bon, for something bad, something good. And I definitely have had, lots of benefits from this, spiritually and emotionally, and as a human being. I'm not as arrogant as I used to be. I'm a lot more compassionate. All those things.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's been a big learning curve. There's been some good things as well as a lot of bad things.
Yeah.
But I figure you've just got to take every day in your stride as it comes, and
Yeah.
And what's that behind you, Alexander? What's that painting?
Paintings.
That's a painting that my daughter did.
Very cool.
It's gorgeous.
My daughter did that painting. It's funny because it's her and all her friends. I sort of bought a canvas and some paints. There's another one ahead of me that I'm looking at. I bought some canvas and paints and said, just paint whatever you want.
It's beautiful.
And, I love it.
I love your honest, vulnerable, truthful, the way you communicate and speak, and I want to thank you so much for joining us on Get Go and for sharing your story. So very humbling, and thank you, Bernie, for introducing us to Alexander.
Thank you very much. Can I just say before I go, there's a Facebook site, HSCT, for anyone that's listening.
Yep.
With MS, please, it's the only known treatment to stop the progression at the moment. It's pretty harsh, of course, because it's chemotherapy, but
we'll put the link in the comments section underneath this, guys.
Okay.
So the link will be there. Link's there now.
Oh.
Can I just ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to the Chris Rea song before this, "Fool If You Think It's Over," and
What was
he
the song
said,
again? What was
Which
it?
one? Which one?
Which one?
"Fool if you think it's over, fool,
Fool
if you think
Oh,
it's
fool.
over."
Yeah, yeah. Fool if you think it's
Right.
over. Yeah.
And one of the lines in the song is, "Newborn eyes always cry with pain." Now, as soon as babies are born, the doctor hangs them upside down and stuffs on the bottom. Obviously, to see they're mute. But what are they going to do if they're mute anyway? Why traumatize the child as soon as he's born? Hanging on-
As if we don't have enough
know,
trauma to get through, right?
I think,
I don't think they do that anymore.
The child in the womb is the universe, and then the greatest trauma is to find out that you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
birth.
Yeah.
Birth.
Oh, that's beautiful,
Oh, the
Bern.
excitement finding out that there's so much out there.
Excitement.
Depends on how you look at it.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I like your philosophy there.
I do. Thank you,
No.
Alexander. Thank you, Bernie. And thank you, Jamie. Thank you guys for watching. And don't forget to check out that link that Alexander was talking about also. And we'll look forward to seeing you next time on GitGo.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Like, subscribe, and share.
Yes.
See you guys.
Bye.